and welcome back to a brand new season of Nighttime. It's been a long summer, but we're finally back and ready to talk about the greatest sport in the whole world. I am your host, Matthew Bracker. Alongside me, as always, Kathleen Moore. Kathleen, we're back in business. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling fan-freaking-tastic, Matty B. I was in such a drought this summer, not talking ball every Friday, but we are so back with the biggest headlines in college sports.
We sure are. They couldn't get rid of us that easily. Now, like I said, the greatest sport in the entire world, college football, has finally returned, albeit it looks a little different than it did back in January, huh, Kathleen?
Yeah, NIL and the transfer portal continue to change the landscape of the sport. The college football playoffs got another new layout, and my personal favorite, those two bums from Colorado are finally gone.
Thank God. And while college football reshapes daily, UCF has also undergone its own changes, both within the team and the coaching staff. Our new yet old head coach, Scott Frost, has brought in 69 new players to UCF. So take everything you thought you knew about UCF and throw it out. There's a lot of questions surrounding this team, but Kathleen, I heard you might have some insider knowledge.
Absolutely. I had the opportunity to go to the first 2 days of fall camp a few weeks ago. I got to sit in on the first press conference of the season with Scott Frost, where he talked a lot about the uncertainty of the quarterback race. Now, obviously, the race is quote-unquote over, as Cam Fancher has been named our starter, but Scott Frost also said that the race could continue into the season, which obviously is not something that you love to hear, because if there's a quarterback race, then you don't have a quarterback.
No, for sure. And that's something I think Becton said too.
It did, yeah.
You know, if there is a transition, if there is it will happen smoothly. I don't want there to be a transition.
No.
But if there is, I do feel confident in some of our backups, truthfully. Now, obviously, Cam Fancher is starting. He has the most experience on this team for sure. I think it's the right choice to start the season. You know, he looked good in camp.
He did.
And like I said, most experience on the team by far.
Definitely. And Sean Becton talked a lot about like how invested he is in the quarterback race as the wide receiver coach. You know, he wants consistency for his guys, but frankly, that's not necessarily a luxury that UCF can afford these days.
I mean, we don't have any consistency. Almost every single starter is a new player, you know, and so it is good to bring in a transfer who's been around the block a little bit to lead the team.
Well, he's not the only transfer in the quarterback room either. You know, we have Taven Jackson, and the only returning quarterback to UCF on the roster this season is Jakari Brown.
Yeah, that's true. And Jackson, coming from Indiana, obviously, he has been trained under Coach Sig. I truthfully thought he was going to get the start.
I know both of us were really hoping that Taven Jackson was going to get the start, but we kind of figured they were going to give it to Cam Fancher.
It makes sense.
You just can't beat the experience that he has. I mean, I think he started in 24 games and played in 32. That's the kind of experience that you kind of can't top with Jakari Brown and Taven Jackson. Jackson
had a very limited sample size, but he looks pretty, you know, solid. Obviously, Cam here, he looked really, I don't know, his last season was a little shaky.
It was.
I think we got to be honest there, but I think sometimes when you bring in these guys from Group of Five into Power Four, it ups their play.
It does.
You know, he's had the whole summer to practice with a brand new coaching staff, so he could take that step up.
My gripes with Cam Fancher is that he's very untested in, you know, Big 12 scape is huge.
Yeah,
I mean, you're going against some top-notch competition here. These defensive linemen, they're huge in the Big 12. It's nothing like what he's been facing in FAU.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But
one of his other big challenges is that the wide receiver room right now, it really lacks depth.
It lacks so much depth.
So, yeah.
We're a little worried about the wide receiver room here on
slightly,
Nighttime. It's just a lot of unproven. I think the number one that we're rolling with is Marcus Burke from Florida, right? He's coming into his 5th year of college. He was once a highly touted wide receiver prospect, but his career never took off in the way you want it to. 270 yards, 2 touchdowns his whole time in Florida. Just not really what you want to see there. But truthfully, I don't feel like he's ever had a chance to shine as the number one. Florida has put out some pretty good wide receivers. I don't think we give them enough credit. So maybe in this position as the number one, he can take this step up and produce.
No, I tend to agree. I mean, this could be his breakout year.
For sure.
You know, people have slumps at the start of their college careers, and then all of a sudden they just have a breakout season. Maybe Cam Fancher got the starting spot because he works so well with Marcus Burke, and that's the duo they're kind of riding on.
That is true. Chemistry is everything.
It really is. For a wide receiver and a quarterback, you guys have to be absolutely in sync with one another.
But Kathleen, we also had a wide receiver who came from the middle of nowhere. Do you know where Limestone is?
I really couldn't tell you, Matthew.
Yeah.
I'll have to Google it one day. But DJ Black, he's a redshirt junior transfer from Limestone. He appeared in 11 games last season. And while he is pretty untested in a D1 environment, coaching staff seems to have a lot of faith in his playing style and his route running abilities throughout camp. So we'll see how that goes.
Sometimes I really like bringing in these D2 guys and seeing what they can do at D1, I don't hate the move, putting him so high up the depth chart.
Sometimes
to start
all a
the
guy
season.
needs is a chance.
Exactly.
Sometimes that's all they need. They need an opportunity to prove themselves.
But a position that we really like here at nighttime, probably the identity of this team is the running back room. This is where we're the most stacked. This has to be something we focus on the whole season. Obviously, Miles Montgomery and Jaden Nixon, both great seniors for this team, both great leaders. Probably running a 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think Miles brings more of that speed, Nixon that power. Nixon coming from Western Michigan?
Yes,
Western Michigan. So, again, a guy who's, played in a bit of, actually, he did play for Oklahoma State. So he is not a stranger to Big 12 play.
No, definitely not.
So we'll see. Last season, he put up 12 touchdowns, 900 yards.
But he was also working alongside R.J. Harvey, who's the greatest running back UCF will ever see.
Yeah. Okay, he is. I love R.J. Harvey. What am I talking about? Everyone knows how much I love R.J. Harvey.
Matthew's a D1 R.J. Harvey glazer.
Okay, we're moving on. But Miles Montgomery, he sat with R.J. Harvey for forever, it feels like.
That's a lot of learning he gets to do behind R.J. Harvey.
And the limited amount we've seen from Miles, because we stopped seeing him last season after RJ took a step. He looked really good, you know?
I agree.
So I don't think we're in bad hands at all with this combination here.
I'm excited to see Miles Montgomery and Jaden Nixon kind of working together on this offense. I'm curious how how they're going to split up the snaps.
Yeah, no, me too. And that's something that I guess we're just going to have to see in this first game. Now, obviously, when this episode comes out, we will have played our Week 1 matchup, but hopefully we end with a win.
Come out with a win.
What do you score prediction?
Score prediction? Oh God.
I think we're dropping a 50 piece on them.
I mean, shoot, sure. Yeah, we could drop a 50 piece. I mean, last year with non-conference play, UCF went off. Yeah. UCF went off in non-conference play, so hopefully we drop a 50 bomb.
This out-of-conference schedule concerns me a little bit more with, we are facing UNC at some point. I know you love the guys over there, huh, Kathleen?
Yes, so I'm from North Carolina, for everyone who doesn't know, but I'm not a Carolina fan. I'm a North Carolina State fan. So I really hate the Tar Heels, and I really hate Bill Belichick and the Patriots, so this is just a wonderful combination of hatred for Kathleen.
It's going to be a fun episode. You're going to just filled with rage.
Oh, filled with it. Absolutely filled with rage.
I think they're going to do good, but you know what? I think that I'm trying to stay optimistic, guys.
Yeah.
You know,
we're trying really hard to
I'm just going to say we're going to beat UNC. Do I fully believe it? We'll see. But if we rely on this running game, I think we have a chance.
Absolutely.
And something I did want to bring up about this running game, if we move to a more play action, running the ball so free, we might have to think about giving Brown some playing time.
I know, because he does work really well in that environment.
He is a great runner. We just
have to remember that we had an excellent running offense last season, and Jakari Brown was benched.
Yeah, that is true.
In that offense.
That is true. But hey, you know something different? Gus is gone. Gus is gone.
This is a Scott Frost era.
So who knows what this team is going to look like? There's a lot of questions, but we're excited to see it. But that's going to be it for this segment, huh?
Absolutely. The race for QB1 is pretty much over here in Orlando, Florida. But stay tuned, because after this short commercial break, we are going to give a classic nighttime summer update, bit style.
Over the summer, the best in college baseball met up in Omaha to compete in the Men's College World Series. 8 teams made the journey to Omaha this year, including 1 team making its first ever appearance. Murray State, this year's Cinderella, secured its ticket to Omaha after defeating Duke in the Super Regionals. Alongside Murray State were Oregon State, Arizona, Louisville, LSU, UCLA, Arkansas, and lastly Coastal Carolina, who were back in Omaha for their second time and were trying to recapture the magic they had in 2016, where they won it all in their first ever appearance. But in the first round of play in this double elimination tournament, Coastal defeated Arizona and Oregon State took down Louisville. UCLA defeated Murray State and LSU beat Arkansas. In the second round, we saw 2 teams get eliminated as Louisville knocked out Arizona and Arkansas eliminated Murray State. thanks to Gage Wood, who threw only the third no-hitter in College World Series history, striking out 19 hitters. In the winners bracket, Coastal defeated Oregon State, and LSU took care of business against UCLA. In the third round, Louisville defeated Oregon State, and Arkansas took down UCLA. And just like that, Oregon State and UCLA were eliminated. Down to 4 teams we go as Coastal Carolina advances to their second College World Series Finals appearance after eliminating Louisville in an 11-3 beating. And LSU squeaked out a victory 6-5 over Arkansas, as LSU is back in the finale since they last won it all in 2023. In this best-of-3 series, LSU took Game 1 of the series as Stephen Milam's RBI single in the first gave the Tigers a 1-0 lead, and that's all the offense needed as LSU star pitcher Cade Anderson threw a complete game shutout, striking out 10 and giving the Tigers a 1-0 lead in the series. In Game 2, Anthony Iacin took the mound for the Tigers against Jacob Morrison for Coastal. In the bottom of the second, Dean Mijos hit a solo homer to left, giving Coastal a 1-0 lead. But in the top of the third, a Daniel Dickinson single and a double by Ethan Frey scored Dickinson, tying the game up at 1. In the top of the fourth, a single by Chris Stanfield with the bases loaded scores 2. And later in the same inning with runners on second and third, Derek Curiel singled, scoring a pair and making it 5-1 LSU. In the bottom of the seventh, Wells Skies deposits a hanging slider into left field bleachers for a 2-run homer to make the game 5-3 and ending Anthony Iacin's day after 6 2/3 innings and 9 Ks. In came Chase Shores, who was pumping 100+ for LSU as he shut down the game for the remaining 2 1/3 inning, giving LSU the win in their 8th national title in school history. Cade Anderson was named the most outstanding player of the College World Series, and that's a wrap for the Men's College World Series. And now back to you, Matthew and Kathleen.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Where'd he go?
I don't know. Where did he go?
That was weird. Anyways,
how did we get here?
Welcome back to Nighttime. It is time for us to give our wonderful viewers some updates on the biggest college headlines from this summer. If you're new here, get ready, because all we do is bits.
Let's get this started. After losing the national championship, Notre Dame looks to bounce back this year with redshirt C.J. Carr taking the helm at quarterback. Personally, I think the Irish should have picked up a quarterback in the transfer portal this offseason, as there was actually a leprechaun in the class. FSU quarterback Thomas Castellanos. I guess they overlooked him, which it's not hard to do.
Yeah. Clemson tight end Ian Shefflin was arrested under the suspicion of a DUI. Now, unfortunately for him, Dabo Swinney doesn't believe in the transfer portal, because I can think of one team that would love to have him. Genuinely, he would be a really great addition to this Georgia team. He would join a fast-paced offense that would just race to the playoffs. In fact, I think we have a jersey swap ready.
Oh, absolutely. An unnamed Power 4 team is in the midst of a quarterback battle, and their head coach claims that his frontrunner is glued to his phone, and it's hard to keep him off of it. He's on his phone in the buildings during meetings, installs, whatnot. This might seem like small news, but it goes to show what college football looks like in 2025. He could be texting his agent. He could be curating posts for his NIL deal. Who knows why? All I know is if these guys are from Miami, make sure to keep an eye on his Snapchat.
Yeah, and speaking of Carson Beck, Carson has left the SEC and transferred to Miami. He made the move to not only lose more football games, but also lose his girlfriend too. I've never heard of a dude moving to be closer to his girlfriend only to get broken up with in the same week. I guess the distance made her forget how chopped he is. Now, after a leaked Snapchat, many people believe that Beck was talking to other women while in his relationship. The screenshot reveals Beck saying that things are just not working out. You know, he feels it coming. I'm sorry. You can't be ugly and cheat. If you're ugly, you cheat, and you're bad at football, Carson Beck, you're going to hell, man.
In pathetic news, Georgia Tech went 7-6 and lost their bowl game, and it made a ring commemorating this middle-of-the-pack season. Would have been better if they went
6, 7. Okay. In transfer news, quarterback Nico Amaliaba has left Tennessee to join UCLA. The 6'6" sophomore left the team due to an NIL dispute, looking for Tennessee to bump up his pay to $4 million. And when they didn't budge, UCLA reached out with an offer of $1.5 million, $1 million less than what he was set to earn. Good thing he's a quarterback, because he's too dumb to be an agent. That's what he has his daddy for. Now, Nico will apparently wear number 9 at UCLA this season, probably for the number of passing touchdowns he threw against SEC teams last year.
Now for some Big 12 news. Wow. A viral moment from the offseason, rumors started spreading about TCU quarterback Josh Hoover being a furry. Now, this is clearly a crazy, highly unlikely rumor, and it genuinely could be anybody in the fursuits in the photo. But all I'm saying is, have you ever seen the horned frog and Hoover in the same room? it's just something to think about.
I never thought we would talk about furries on this show. Anyways, a big story out of the offseason. We all saw Shedeur Sanders on night 1 of the NFL draft. Not because he, got drafted, but because of how dumb he looked. 5 quarterbacks went ahead of Shedeur in the draft after his teammate went 2nd overall. Nothing more legendary than falling to the 5th round.
Oh, Matthew, I love to watch Shedeur Sanders be
I know,
upset.
you love it. You love it.
But in college basketball news, nighttime favorite Jizzle James has reportedly been kicked off the Cincinnati basketball team. Head coach Wes Miller states that James has been dealing with personal issues throughout the summer and is currently not a member of our basketball program. While Miller reports personal issues, we have a nighttime exclusive that Jizz has been kicked off due to a lingering right hand strain and groin tear.
Gotta hate that. American Conference Memphis was declined after submitting a bid to join the Big 12 for $200 million. This is actually the 3rd time in a decade they have tried and failed to join the conference. Now, the reason has not been made public, but it's obvious the Big 12 only wants one doorstop in their conference.
Oh, hate to do it to him.
Yeah, hey, we're better than Arizona.
Absolutely.
I'll take it.
In one of the bigger stories of the offseason, Oklahoma quarterback John Mateer had Venmo screenshots leaked revealing he made payments for sports gambling. It's USC versus UCLA. Now, he posted a statement saying he has never bet on sports, claiming it was an inside joke between friends. And honestly, I believe betting on UCLA, that's a pretty funny joke. Truthfully, I have no clue why you would even comment on this. After the screenshots leaked, so many fake ones came out. You saying it was an inside joke literally confirms the screenshots were real. That's like Travis Hunter saying, "My girlfriend never cheated on me. I always sit in my car for fun." It makes you wonder which screenshots are real and which ones are fake. We don't know for sure, but all we can say is someone needs to check Josh Hoover's account right now.
God, what are we doing here? That's going to do it for this segment. We're going to talk about college football playoff picks. Just go away.
Hi, sorry to interrupt your show, but I want to give you a little rundown of everything we do here at the Hitting the Field Network. My name's Nick Cohen, and I'm the host of Hitting the Field, our flagship show heading into season 21. Live streaming every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern, we talk about anything and everything sports. Tuesdays, we have season 3 of Girls Got Game. Hosts Katie Sue Christensen and Mia Flores discuss all the biggest topics in women's sports. On Wednesdays, make sure to tune into season 7 of The Combine, hosted once again by Ty Patton. This podcast dives deep into every detail about the NFL season. Next on Thursdays, we live stream season 11 of HTF Bets, brought to you by Andrew Gregg, Diego Ortiz, and Ben Huber. Any sports betting questions? I'll let the pros answer those on Thursday. Then TGIF, because we have new episodes of season 9 of Nighttime, hosted again by Matthew Bracker and Kathleen Moore. Nighttime keeps you up to date on all UCF and collegiate sports. Penultimately, Edgar Rodriguez and Patrick De Leon are back for season 2 of HTFC. Soccer is a year-round sport, so make sure not to miss HTFC. Lastly, end your week on Sundays with our vlog squad, asking the hard-hitting questions and letting you behind the scenes of our studio days. Make sure to follow us on our social medias like Instagram and TikTok to stay updated on all HTFN news. Remember to subscribe to the Hitting the Field Network on YouTube, leave a like and comment, and with that, I think we're ready for your next segment. I've been Nick Cohen, and enjoy the rest of your show.
And welcome back to Nighttime. It's time to talk ball. No bits.
No
We're
bits.
gonna lock in.
We're
We're
done.
gonna lock in. We are talking playoff picks that are sure to age poorly. And to help us do that is college football experts Ashley Rowe and Isaac Abdel Messiah. How are we doing, everybody?
Doing so good. Yeah, it's doing so good. You know, expert here. I know you guys have been waiting for my pick. I am here to deliver.
Yeah, I was a little hesitant to say expert, but I mean, you're definitely a college basketball. You know,
after the
like,
great McNeese
yeah.
funny, we have to call her an expert.
You
That was
definitely
Pete.
are.
That is expert take. I was number 1 for the first day. Okay.
Yeah.
And they'll never be able to
After
take that away
after
from
like
you.
the
Never.
first 2 games, you
Yeah.
were number 1.
Those who know. Isaac, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good today. Can't complain. Got Steelers football right around the corner, and the Yankees just swept the Nationals, so I'm pretty happy, and yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, sports
There
are
we go.
back, everybody.
We are so back.
It's beautiful. Now, we are going to get into these playoff picks. We all chose our favorite or what we want to see out of the semifinals.
Our semifinal picks.
So, Isaac, we can start with you. Who do you think is going to be our final 4?
So I've got Penn State, of course. They're hungry to win. They should have won it last year. They got their main running back tandem coming back. They got Jim Knowles from Ohio State as the defensive coordinator. You got Ohio State, who has Matt Patricia now as their defensive coordinator, and they're going to be good. And then the other side, I got Texas. 2 words, Arch Manning. And so they've got a great tandem going to happen. They've got their running back coming back. They got a wide receiver who we keep hearing about named Ryan Wingo. And then we got Fresno State. Fresno State, you may be like, Fresno State, what are they going to do? Well, last year they got to a bowl game. They didn't do too bad, but Aaron Judge went to college there, and I got to say Aaron Judge is the best player in baseball right now. You can't complain.
You Yankee fans.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. Probably, I mean, I don't like the Fresno State thing.
It's not going to happen, but I appreciate the fandom.
A group of 5 team will make the college football playoffs.
They will.
I mean, we know that. Who says it couldn't be Fresno State? You know, Kathleen, what do you think?
I mean, Fresno State, you know, mad respect for you, Isaac, but I just don't think they're going to be that guy. Personally, I love the Penn State pick though.
Yeah, you do.
Because go Birds.
I like the Texas one.
We are Penn State, but we actually have a very similar bracket here, Isaac. I actually have the very same picks as you, except no Fresno State. I have Georgia. I fear it's a little more realistic, maybe a little more likely to happen. Obviously, what you said earlier, Penn State, they are hungry and they are ready to come back and have another great season. In Texas, Arch Manning, he's going to be electric this season. I mean, he was lying in wait like for the first half of Texas's season last season, and now he's ready.
Yeah.
He's ready to be set loose like a bull. Just like Texas, get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Because like rodeos and like Texas and Longhorns, like he's ready to be set free. Just like that.
I'm gonna speed
He's
this along
gonna cut
here.
me off.
I mean, our bracket does look similar. I'm surprised you didn't give Penn State the win.
You know, if I give Penn State the win, it's definitely not gonna happen. Because that's just what happened. Like I'm gonna jinx myself.
Makes sense.
And it's just not.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not going to predict the Eagles to go back to back.
Right.
Because then it's never going to happen because I said it.
Yeah. Well, if that is the case, then Ashley, I hate your bracket because I want UCF to come out on top. Ashley, actually, if you want to go over your amazing bracket here.
Okay. Yeah. Let me give you a bracket that makes sense. All right. We got UCF versus UF, and then we have Ohio, the previous winner, versus Ball State. I'm going to go into these a little bit. Ball State. Okay, your name is Ball State. How can you not know Ball? I did, in fact, have to scroll a little far to find this team on the rankings, but I believe in them based off of their name. Also, if you know me, you know that everyone I'm associated with and that I say will win in WNBA usually ends up winning. And so former Bets producer Tyler actually went to high school with their quarterback, Kyle Kelly. So I basically know him, and I'm giving them plot armor to get to the Final Four. And then obviously they're with Ohio. Only notes I have on this, they won last year. All right, and then UCF versus UF. I hated the game last year when we played against them because we lost. And that kind of sucks as your average Joe fan. But UCF has a new, Matthew was very upset with me when I said this, but IMO, we don't know what they're going to give us. It's all transfers. In my opinion, they all have to be good. Why else would you transfer them?
Well, because they're bad, I think is why the team wants to transfer them away.
Oh, okay. Well, in any case, I have UCF winning because I think that'll be fun. And I also have Ohio State winning because they won last year. Sorry, Ball State. I just like the name. I wanted it to be there.
Sure.
And then in the very end, UCF dub. I love an underdog game, and I think if we want it to be interesting this year, college football, let's just have UCF win, please.
Actually, do we have a score prediction
for
UCF versus Ohio State? What's the score prediction?
Ohio State, I think I love football games that are really even. I think if they should all get up into the 40s points, and then UCF gets one last point. Overtime game. I want it to be there for hours. Hours.
Wow. I love your bracket.
That was great. And you know what?
I love it.
Hey, you're right. Who knows what this
No one knows what the season will bring.
I hope for my sake your bracket comes true.
Matthew will be a very happy guy.
I would be. My life would be a lot easier.
Now, Matthew, why don't you tell us a little bit about your bracket?
Yeah, my one is a little more grounded in reality. Oh, that was mean. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I
Nice.
apologize.
Kindness.
So I have Texas versus LSU here. It is a SEC South showdown here. I'm going to give Texas the win against LSU. It's just so dependent on if Arch Manning is that guy or not. Obviously, I picked Texas to win it all. I picked them to win it all last season. I got to stick with that. I am a man of my word. But it definitely could be LSU. I really like this LSU team.
I do too.
And I really like, the quarterback play. And I also like the quarterback play over at Clemson. I think Cade Klubnik is going to be a top 3 quarterback in college football this season. So I have them beating your Penn State, and we're looking at a Texas-Clemson final. And I think Texas just makes it out alive. I think Arch Manning does become that guy.
Hey, we're agreeing on one thing. I like that.
That's nice. That's new.
I don't like you picking anyone over my Penn State, but that's fine.
You picked someone over your Penn State.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
I did it.
Okay.
Anyways, we're going to move on to the Game of the Week pick. It is so back. Matthew's about to actually re-traumatize me with a certain little fella.
On the table this
No.
season. Kathleen knows him well. That's right.
Put it away.
It's the chicken hat.
No,
You know
put
him.
it
You
away.
love him. The ultimate humiliation ritual here.
Yikes.
Every week, we'll pick a game of the week. We'll pick a team. Whoever wins, wins. Whoever loses has to wear the chicken hat. Yeah,
Yes.
so let's get into it. Our first game of the week is LSU versus Clemson. A lot of people are going to be watching Texas, Ohio State, but we are interested in this quarterback duel. I think it's going to set the tone for this season. Now, Isaac and Ashley, who do you guys think is going to make it out of this one? We'll start with you, Isaac.
Well, I think LSU is the underdog here. I think they're going to win it all. Not all, I should say, but against Clemson. I don't think Clemson's ready yet, and I do think Dabo Swinney's not going to be able to show up in the big games like we typically see.
Right. It's not his time yet. Ashley, what about you?
Yeah, my take on this, I don't really like Clemson as a school, so I'm just going to pick LSU because I don't like them.
Right.
Hey, I mad respect to that.
Your picks are made with your heart and hatred. I get that. Yeah.
There's a lot of passion in that. I respect it.
Yeah,
No,
Kathleen.
I'm gonna go LSU on this as well. They're just gonna take it. Quarterback play is gonna be really interesting though.
I'm going to say Clemson. Power Index gives them a 54% chance to win at home. Cade Klubnik, top 3 quarterback. I'm going to give it to Clemson.
But folks, we are in fact out of time, so it's time to wrap this show up. By the time you watch this video, UCF will hopefully be 1-0 and on their way to a great season. Everyone pray for Cam Fancher, because Lord knows he's going to need it. Alongside Matthew Bracker, as always, I'm Kathleen Moore. We'll see you in the next one. Go Knights, charge on.